Hi students, my name is Professor Purdy. I will be teaching the ID 3103 QUP course this summer, the SOUP course. And I wanted to, with this video, give you a quick overview of the course, talk a little bit about schedule, kind of show you some of the assignments we're going to be working on, and then talk a little bit about the software and the actual overall schedule about if you're doing something else this summer. So first off, this course was really an overview of 5 different programs. So it's going to be taught during the first shortened summer sessions, first 5 weeks. So basically, we're going to do one program per week. So it'll pretty much be one assignment and one homework that you're going to be doing each week. Okay, so let me show you what some of those are going to actually involve. So our first one is going to be have you go out and find an existing device, and we're going to look at how to create orthographic views. Here it's not so much being super accurate about it. If you want to do something like that, you do it and build a 3D CAD model. But here is to how to quickly capture the form in orthographic views, and we're going to use this then for other content as we go along and work on our other assignments. So we're going to be using a lot of the pen tool. I call that the Karate Kid assignment, because it's kind of like that wax on, wax off when the Karate Kid had to do that, and then he learned the basic skills, pen skills, learning how to create rectangular shapes, circles, these nice smooth arcs, and then do other details such as these different line weights. It's all the basics for quickly laying out orthographic views. We then take that and we're going to drop it into Photoshop, or drop pieces into it, I should say, and select areas, and then create a 2.5D rendered view of the actual product. Okay, and we'll do that relative to 3 different views. So the first one will be 6 views. This will be down to 3 views now, and then look at how to include graphics like this, how to do overall shading, kind of get nice capture the subtle form, but then add in details such as this chrome ring, the 3D button highlight, by doing layer styles, which give you quick access to a lot of that, by just selecting kind of the right layer style and tweaking a little bit, and even add in little things to add realism, such as this reflection here on the screen. Okay, so that'll be our second assignment. The third assignment is to then take the 3 render views from the second assignment and actually build an interface on it. So part of your product has to have an interface. So when you look for it, that's one of the going to be the requirements and all. So in Xure, this is going to allow us to lay out these orthographic views, then put interactive elements on it, and then we can preview this and publish it to their Xshare is what it's called, and that'll give us the ability to then interact with the product. So we're doing an interface prototype with this in this fashion, and so we can simulate it actually recording. I think I need to restart it here. Sorry about that. Let's get it up again, and there we go. So you can see recording, see flashing light there. You can stop that. You can go in and do an option. So we'll look at how to basically prototype a couple existing features on the device, or maybe some new ones you want to test out, do something like that with. Okay, so we'll be able to do so much with that, and then we'll jump in for our 4th week and look at After Effects. It's Adobe's motion graphics program. Basically, I like to call it Photoshop on steroids. The neat thing about it, similar concept layers and so forth with it, but the really cool thing is you can really do some super high fidelity. And like here, I can include a video, as you can hear and see, that will be what's on the screen, simulating that part of it, and then we can simulate it doing other things in the background, like recording now. So we'll put all that together in a video that will then learn how to export it and be able to provide it for different devices and all. Okay, so the 5th assignment is going to be looking at Adobe InDesign, which is a booklet layout program. So because you're going to be working remotely, I'm not going to require you to print this out, but we are going to look at how to export this in a couple different formats that make it interactive. So here's a PDF version that I can have links in it that allow me to jump around to my different projects. So this is going to be like a mini portfolio that you'll put together, and it will allow you to showcase your work and what you've done for this semester. And like I said, we'll look at a couple different ways, because other export formats give us other features, and we want to show that. Alright, so that's kind of an overview of the different assignments. Real quickly about the software. We will be using the Adobe Creative Cloud or Suite as the software that we're going to look at. There is an offer through the Georgia or the University of Georgia system where you as a student can purchase, at least it was last summer, about for $75 you get access to all of these softwares that you see here. It's the complete suite, and that's for a year. Okay, a little pricey, but it does cover a whole year, so it's a pretty good deal. We will also have access to our VLab service through the College of Design, which has the software running there. So if you have a pretty good internet connections and a pretty good computer, you'll probably be able to use that and use most of these programs fairly effectively. Okay, so that's another good option, and that way you don't have to shell out the money to do that, but you do need the access. And then this other program, Xure, actually is available as an free educational software to students. So I'll show you where to get signed up for that, get the paperwork in so that you can have that covered on that part of it. Okay, so I always get asked this question, kind of finish up here with this. You know, I'm going to be traveling the first couple weeks, or in the middle of weeks I got a family vacation, or I got an internship, so I'm going to be doing this at night. How is that going to work? Okay, so here's the deal. I will be teaching this, as I mentioned, in the first shortened summer session, the first 5 weeks there. During those 5 weeks, I will be available, try to answer emails and so forth within basically 24 hours during the week and over the weekend on Monday morning and stuff like that. A lot of times a lot quicker, but I try to set that as a standard. So you have a whole series of videos that'll cover all this stuff, how to do it, and then you can go through that at your own pace during those weeks, ask me questions, and if you're by chance here locally, I'd be glad to catch up with you like on campus and go through things. I did that last summer with one of the students, so that works out well. If you got something else coming up, I will then give you the flexibility of when to turn these in. Basically, you'll have up to the end of the second shortened summer session to turn everything in. What you lose out of that is the ability for me to support you on an ongoing basis, because I may have other things going on, personal vacations, and other work I do over the summer, so I may not be able to support you as much or in a timely fashion, so you'll kind of be more on your own in working with it that way. But at least I hope that gives you some understanding how you can work this into your summer schedule and use it. And it's a video based course, so I think it's a great way to kind of take and learn a lot of neat things about these 5 different programs, and then how to use those for what I do as an industrial designer, but just in general how to use these tools and all. It's different from what you would find. Now, I wanted to mention this also. Let me go see if I can find it. Here we go. You will, as a Georgia Tech student, have access to lynda.com, which is a wonderful resource as far as basic software tutorials and all that. Just incredible, all the content that it has out there. I will say here, go watch these videos that are for the basics of Photoshop and all that. What I present during the course is more geared to what industrial designers do and their design process. So that's kind of the difference in the focus and all, which you'll be kind of learning different from just sitting down here and learning tutorials on lynda.com. They focus more on graphic design, so industrial design is kind of a unique sliver out of that. Alright, so I hope I gave you a good overview of the course this summer. Hope you're still interested, and look forward to meeting you in a few weeks during the first shortened summer session. Thanks.